Hey everybody, it is Romania Black, and we are on episode 2 of Given. So far the first episode was very strange to me for a pilot because of how low key and low energy it was. There were things happening, but maybe it was because Ueno Yama is we see kind of his outside of music. He's very like low energy. He was yawning throughout a lot of the first half, and he just seems like he's just bored and doesn't have a lot of interest in anything outside of music. But then we have the jam session happen, and he's like really energetic and into it, and the music's upbeat, and it's a totally different change of pace. So I'm guessing that that's kind of the theme of the show, is that when they're in their element with their music, then things get lively and exciting. But outside of that, they don't really have a lot that they're interested in. We get to meet Kaji and Haruki, which are the other two bandmates, and I really like their personalities. I'm excited to see them interact more throughout the show. And then there's Sato, which Sato is such a strange protagonist. He's so strange. And we start the show off with him, and he's just so spaced out. And so it makes me wonder if something else is going on with this character, that there's clearly something we don't know as the audience about him yet. And so I'm hoping we get more information about that in this episode, or at least in the next couple of episodes. He kept reminding me of, if you've ever seen Agretzko, he kept reminding me of the red panda that's called the Space Cadet, because he's always like just off in left field and just thinking, like just spacing out and zoning out. And he kept reminding me of that character. So I don't know, but I'm curious to see what ends up happening in this episode. I really, really like how realistic this show is. Like, it's funny, there's comedic bits, but it's not your anime where things are outlandishly, like unrealistically comedic. Like, their life outside of school is a very realistic setting. I said this in the episode, but Ueno Yama's relationship with his sister is very much like my own brother's relationship with myself, and so I can relate a lot to their sibling dynamic. The fact that they have jobs outside of high school, that they do things outside of high school, it's very it's just realistic, and I really appreciate that about the show, in comparison to some other anime where it's like high school's everything and we jobs, who has jobs, which not every high school student does, but I appreciate the realism in the show so far. So yeah, so I'm digging it. I'm hoping that we get a little bit more on Sato this episode, and that the energy picks up a little bit. I'm assuming it will. That was just something I noticed with the last episode. But yeah, let's dive in and do episode 2 of Given, and we're gonna start that in 3, 2, 1, and now. Ooh, what's this drama happening? Okay, I'm excited for the next episode. Like I was saying, the realism here, that Kaji and Haruki are college students. I mean, Haruki might even be in grad school, so he's probably in his mid 20s. So he's considerably older than Ueno Yama and Sato. The fact of the perspective that they give to this story, I loved when they were out smoking. Not that they were smoking, but I liked that scene, where they're standing out there, and Kaji makes the comment about Ueno Yama going through puberty and going through his adolescence. Like, they both are very well aware that Ueno Yama and Sato are high school kids. Like, they're still learning about themselves, whereas Kaji and Haruki, they're in their 20s, so they're more mature. And I like that they talk about Sato getting a job, like, here's the things you should do, here's the things you should not do. I love the realism about it. It's so cool. And I don't know, there's just something cool about that. And then of course, Sato has the angelic voice. And I like the idea that he's got a bunch of secret fangirls, because he is cute. He's cute. He's just so out there. And I guess Kaji and Haruki make this point too, and you don't think about it until you see Ueno Yama and Sato in comparison to Haruki and Kaji, that they're in high school. So you think about it, a 16-year-old guy, Sato's never had a job, it doesn't look like. He doesn't know about jobs. A lot of high school kids I know in the US don't know about jobs or have jobs, so a lot of that's new to him too. So I like the idea that he's learning from these guys that have experience. But there's still mystery about Sato, and I don't know. This episode just made me feel like there's something bad in his backstory. Like maybe he's trying to repress and internalize all of these emotions, and that makes him spacey. I don't know. But I like that he's a good foil for Uenoyama, who has found this passion in teaching him or trying to teach him, because he knows how exciting it is to play music and be, part of that. And so he's trying, and he's trying to do really good. But I'm with Uenoyama. I want to know more about Sato. Why does he have this fancy guitar? It's clearly not from a parent. Where did he get it from? He doesn't know anything about it, so it's almost like it was given to him as a gift, but why would that be? Or did he know about how to play it and something bad has happened and he's forgotten? So, I don't know. But this episode definitely picked up a lot more energy than the first. It expanded the world. I love that we went outside the high school. We're outside the high school more than we are in, which I like that. And I like that we get a little bit more backstory with Uenoyama and his classmates. His classmates are seeing that he's kind of distant, and now he's kind of attached himself to Sato. So they're kind of questioning it. I like the awareness that this show has, I guess is my big point. It's a very aware show of what it is and the world that it's in. And I like that realism. So yeah, I really liked this episode. I am excited to see what happens. And I'm seeing, like, Uenoyama, Kaji and Haruki are kind of onto it, especially Kaji, like, buddy, you might have, why are you going out of your way to help this one guy learn guitar so much? And now that Uenoyama knows that he can sing and wants him to be in the band, things might just get more interesting. So I don't know. I'm excited, you guys. I can't wait. I hope you guys liked the episode as well. Thank you guys so much for watching my reaction. Feel free to comment below, like the video, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. But I'm digging this show now. Usually the first episode, I'm weary. I'm kind of like just getting into it. And usually by the second or third episode, I've decided whether or not I like a show. I think I'm going to like this a lot. So that's all I got for now, guys. Feel free to comment below. And until next time, stay safe, have a great week, and I'll talk to you all again soon.